Hello, Manoj. Hello, Sanjanam.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Good evening, all. Before they can join, any queries you can discuss with me of the previous any sessions that we can take it forward from you. Any queries of previous session? We welcome you for any queries till the people join. Yesterday we were discussing some important topics, the slicer and the relationship between the two different data. Further, we discussed something. Anybody can recall? Quickly. I'm audible, I believe. Hello. I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any queries I asked? Any queries with respect to yesterday's session? For 1 or 2 minutes, we can discuss that and then we can continue with. Yeah, Mansa wanted to ask something. Please go ahead. Nikhil, nothing. I asked if any queries are there. You can ask me so that we can have a small discussion, then we can continue. Yeah, Nikhil, what is that? If you can specify yesterday's discussion so that I can open the same thing and we can discuss. You're talking about slicer or? Is it slicer, Nikhil? Okay, okay. No worries. I'll do that. I'll share the screen, some of the data, and we'll quickly do that. Yeah, this some other data. I'm going to use this data for other calculations also for the data today. Okay. Yeah, this is a data which talks about some uh, items out there, stationary items, okay, which are being sold with unit price and unit cost, number of units are sold. Okay. Now, for this, we wanted to apply a slicer. To do this, as I said, I need to create this as a table first. Okay. Um, we know the procedure. To create this as a table, we should press Control T. Okay. It will ask you to convert it into a table. Without table, it is not possible. Okay. So we are going to convert this as a table. As in, when you create a table, we'll get the name of the table. If at all you wish, you can change the name of the table also. Okay, I'll say it as say sales. Okay, you can look at it. It takes yeah, sales is already there. I'll make it as sales 2. Okay, so it will going to be treated as table called as a sales 2. Okay, once you get here, okay, I can apply a beautiful tool which we had discussed yesterday. I'll quickly show that. Okay, I can have slicers for this. Okay, I can have a slicers for this. Okay, click on insert slicers and you'll get all the names of the fields over here. Whichever you can have the slicers out here. Okay, say for example, I can take region and say maybe I can take item. Two things, I'll take it quickly. The slicers will come as a list box out here. Now by default, every other item of the slicer is selected. Okay, we can change the name colors of these. Okay, however you want. Okay, now I wanted to select something out of it. Say I wanted to select only the pen. So automatically data will reduce it to only the pens. You can see items are being selected. I wanted it should be of the only East region. So it takes only East region. Okay, with this I can do a lot of what called as selections. Okay, I can go with multiple also, East and West. Okay, as well as pen and pencil. So it automatically works for me. From here I can do whatever the data extraction I wanted. It will beautifully work when the huge data will be there with you. The data points will be running in thousands or maybe 10,000. Then it will go to be easy tool for you, because filters may not do this quickly. Okay, filters will not work that swiftly, I can say. Okay, but in terms of slicer, it works wonderfully for you. It works wonderfully for you. This is why we go for slicer as a best tool ever. Okay, so with the slicer, we can do a lot of analysis. Okay, we can copy these, we can paste it somewhere else. I can take it anywhere I want. I can do further calculations on these. All the functions and all, we can further work with these tables. Okay, so this is what exactly I taken left and right, center, every discussions we had it with the things. So this is how exactly, I hope Nikhil, you have understood the concept. Any queries, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll shift back to the topic of the day, that is DB functions. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
No. The same database, I'm going to use it. The next topic, which will going to be chosen or discussion of the day, is I'm going to use the database. Again, it is how exactly I can extract the data. It's always, there will be a huge data will be there. I wanted to find out. Okay, I wanted to narrate a story out of this. Maybe I can make it as a quick story so that stories will be remembered for long. Think that you are going to be a manager and you wanted to find out a particular critical task. Okay, particular critical task which is not able to be identified, otherwise the data is with me. Okay, say this life of a manager is on every day basis, every hour basis. It's not like I have managership, I got it, and end of the day, I'm going to enjoy the life. No, it's not that. You need to have what you call it as a decisions need to be done on everyday basis. Now, how will you take a decisions? Okay, it is some logical thinking will going to be there. I cannot simply take some decisions. Say, for example, in this particular case, he's a manager. He's a manager from the big bazaar, and he's been given special section called as a stationaries. He sells many items. He sells many items. To state you, look at it. He sells binders. He go for desk items. He sells the pen. He can sell the pen set. He can sell the pencils. Now, he wanted to have, if at all there is no what do you call it as problems are there, I need to get into the next level. That is also again a problem. Okay, every day the life is happening. Set of pens are sold, set of pens are demanded, set of pencils are sold, people are coming, buying, everything is fine. Again, the higher up will going to ask you what next. How will you improvise? You are unable to do more things. You are monotonous. You are selling every day 100 pens, 100 pencils, and so on. That's it. What next? So I always, as a manager, I'll always ask like how I can improvise this. Okay, say for example, you take a stationary item, or you can take any store for that matter. I'll take it as a restaurant. Every day I'm selling say 100 cups of tea, 100 cups of coffee. What next? What next? So my collection every day is 30,000. Am I improving? Am I improving? This is what exactly question will come. So can I work something? So look at here. As I said, there is a unit price is here. Okay. And sorry, units are sold and unit cost is there. So by this, I'm getting a total. Can I work on the pricing part of it or cost part of it? Or can I enhance something in the facilities given to the customer? This question will always be there. To solve this, probably the tools like Excel will going to help us. Okay, to do this, whatever we had a slicer, it may not be enough, or you may not be comfortable with that. Okay, to enhance this particular skill, we have something called as a DB formulas. Okay, I'll just write it for your reference. They are called as a DB formulas. To create this, again, we need to define the name for the data. Okay, now I have a data, some 3 plus 3, 6, 8 columns are there. Serial number, order date, region, representative, item, unit, unit cost, and total. So there are 8 columns are there. For these particular 8 columns, I'll try to give a name for it so that we can do easily how exactly database functions can be taken. Okay, how to define a name for it? We have discussed it. Again, I'll repeat it. Otherwise, also, okay, highlight the whole lot of a data. You know how to highlight it. Okay, go to A1, Control Shift, right and down. Okay, whole lot of a data is selected. Okay, now go to formula. Go to formula and define a name. Okay, give a name for it. Okay, we can say stationery, or you can say store. Okay, this is store. Okay, the data of the store. Okay, or Dharwad store or Belgium store, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to give name for this as a store. Okay, this is mandatory to have database formulas. DB formulas are database formulas. Now, as and when I give name for it, it will be treated as a database. Every time when I speak about database, I should have the column headings has to be there. I cannot have something without this. What I mean by that? Okay, say for example, I cannot have without anything. I should have a column name for it, which I call it as item. Okay, that is how exactly a column is identified. In the database terms, we call it as a field. Okay, and this whole lot one is record. Okay, so I'm going to have some details around that. Serial number 4, 26 February, Central, Gill, Pen. This becomes one record form. Okay, this becomes a field called as a representation, field called as a region, field called as a units. Okay, this is how exactly it will going to be working for me. Is that okay? So this is how exactly we are going to work on that. Okay, I hope I'm clear with that. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'll start with simple formulas. Okay, so there are many DB formulas are there. Okay, you already learned few things in a normal functions. Okay, now I'm going to use, there is something called for count. Okay, there is something called as a count is there. In case of DB formula, I have DB count. In case of summation, we have SVM. In case through the DB formulas, we call it as DB sum. Okay, now how it will work? I need to have these field headers should be kept it as a separate things. I repeat, I need to have these fields with me. Okay, separately kept to write the queries over here. I'll write the query over here. Okay, whatever the query you want, you can write it from here. Okay, what I mean by query. Okay, now I'll try to write a query. You have a query. Okay, which region? Okay, I wanted east region. What is happening? Okay, I wanted east region. What is happening? Okay, and I wanted item should be pencil. What is my query is in total? I wanted how many pencils, how many times the pencils are sold in east? How many times the pencils are sold? How many times in the sense? DB count comes into picture. Okay, so I wanted to find it out at the east. So I have written 2 words over there. That's it. Okay, that I'm going to count it for your reference. Okay, you can write whatever you want and we can get an answer for it. Okay, so you have defined questions are there. You can keep defining that beside the database. Okay, and I can have the queries for it. Say, for example, I have a query, how many times the pencil is sold? How many times pencil is sold? So I'm going to take it as a count for it. So I'll start with is equals to DB count is equals to DB count. It's called as a counter into bracket, give the database. What I have given? Store. It automatically comes. Okay. Give a comma. Give me the field. Which field count you wanted to have it. Okay. I'll give the name of the field in double quotes. Okay. I'll take it as item. Remember one thing, you should give the field name exactly what it is given in the data. Okay, comma, criteria field or area. Okay, criteria, I'm going to give it from here. So I'm going to select this. Look at it, how I'm selecting. Okay, selected. I'll close the bracket and I'll press enter. It will going to give me in east, there are 2 times the pencil is sold. Okay, if I change this east to west, it is same thing over here. I'll just check it out. Central. Nine times. I hope you are seeing the looking at the change over here. Okay, I'll just increase the font so that you can see that clearly. Okay, so I'll make it as now. If I do a small mistake in this, say instead of central, I write it as centrals, I'll not get an answer. Okay, how will you control this? And I have many questions are there. Okay, instead of that, I'll write it as central. I'll not confuse you. I write it as central. Okay, it comes over here. Now you may feel like who is the representative who is selling this? I'll take it as Gill. It reduces. Look at it. The question is changed now. Okay, I'm going to take it as central region pencil sold by Gill. How many times? I got as a 2. Okay, if I change it to Smith, it changes to 1. So look at it. I need not to remember all the formulas. I'll set it for once or give it to your company once and it will go to work for me. It will go to work for. I repeat whatever I have told. I have a data will keep coming to you people. Data will keep coming to you people. Now the question will be there is always a big question. Who will give the data, sir? Is it Mansa will give? Is it Kruti will get it? Yeah, who will give the data? Is it not a question? Who will going to give? Akash will get it from where? Is it Arif will bring data? Who will going to give the data? Yeah, any quick answers? You can message me. Where will you get the data? I have created the data for your understanding. How will you get the data? That's a big question. Yeah, Bhartesh. Yeah, somebody can answer this. Okay, some answer. Okay, I'll take it. Company activities, Purnima. Okay. Yeah, some other answer. Good answer. Okay. Some other answer. Quickly. No answers. Yeah, somebody can switch on the mic and you can tell also. You can type it also, please. Please interact through maybe the database store. Okay. Okay, database. Where the database? Okay, I take it. I buy that, Krati. I appreciate. Okay, so now remember one thing. Yeah, survey, Anusha. Okay, database collector, Manjunath. Very good. Here you are banging on. Absolutely, you're right. Okay, now I'll make it simple. Okay. Before that, please interact. Then it will be more fun. Okay, you are going to learn a lot. Okay, it is not you are going to collect any data. It is a bound to give you the data. You are getting into the next level of your journey of career. You are getting into business analytics. Okay, you are the manager of business analytics. Okay, data will be poured to you every day. It is mandate. Okay, I'll just give one more enhancement of it. There are softwares are there, they will going to give you, but those softwares are not analytical enough. I cannot have my own questions and answers from it. Okay, there are bare minimum reports will be generated, but not the answers like this. Okay, so data will be given on everyday basis by different branches, different sectors, different cities. Automatically data will keep coming to you. Okay, we are not bothered about the data, we are bothered about what next. Okay, there will be a number of questions. Now I'll take this again. I'll copy this whole lot of a selection. I'll paste it over here once again. Okay, I have a different question now. I have a different question. Okay, now I wanted to find out which are those items which are sold greater than say 50. Okay, I wanted to have. So this is a different question. So how will you start again? Okay, you already done here. I'll use the same thing. Okay, so I'll use it. D count again. What is the name of the data? Store, comma. Okay, field. Which field? Again, I'll take it as say units. Okay, comma. Okay, sorry, what I have done. Sorry, I'm not supposed to click here. I have to give double quotes, units, comma, give the criteria. Center. Look at it. Okay. So what is that? Whichever item it is sold more than 50 it came. Now I'll change it to say pen. How many times pen is sold? Units more than 50. More than 50. Or how many pens are there? Okay, how many pens are there whose cost is, okay, I'll remove this, and whose cost is less than say 5. less than 5. 18 pens are there whose cost is less than 5. Interesting. I can do whatever the query I want. I'm just asking the manager, your team member, to type it over here. Answers are coming. Freeze these formulas once for all. You will just give the input. I'm going to get an answer for it. I'm just doing counting part of it. I hope you are understanding. Okay, it's very simple. You have to create the data, have the headings in every query out there. Okay, keep that. Below that a query. Here the question will be something like this. Okay, how many pen sold with unit cost less than 5? This is my query. You may change it as more than 5. I just do that. Greater than 5. Number is changed. 5, 7. Okay. Can I have between? You may be having between 5 and 6. Okay. Just do that. Between greater than 5, less than 7. I'll do that. Okay. Only thing that I need to give the criteria area more. Okay. So what I've done, just look at it. Instead of 08 to V9, I'll just do that. Just let's look at it, what I'm doing. I'll take it from here. I'll highlight these and take it. Next line. Only that. So now it is given between 5 and 7. Pen only. Between 5 and 7. It gives me that. Interesting. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. So this is going to give me a very flexible data extractor tool for me. I have just done only one now, which is DB count. Okay. Or D count we call it as. Okay. Now I wanted to find out, there are many functions are there. Before getting into that, I just wanted to hear from you. Is it understood? Otherwise, any queries are there? Please answer. Please answer. I'm waiting for your questions so that we can make it more interactive and really understandable. I hope you got all the data I have shared with you people. You might be working on that. Please do collect once again. If anybody haven't got it, please visit Class Plus. There is a section you can get reading material. All the things are there. Please do collect it and please work on your machines. Any queries till now? No questions, no queries. Should I go ahead? Okay. The word store, how we should add. Okay, Purnima, I'll do that once again. I'll show you once again. Okay, any other queries? I'll show that once again. Any other queries? I'll take it one by one. It's called as a data naming. I'll show it once again. Don't worry. Any other query? Okay. Before anybody can ask, I just wanted to show that once again. Okay. So whatever the data is there, I'll show it in a separate database. Okay. I'll just copy this and I'll show it. Okay. Smaller part, I'll take it. Only this much. Copy this. New sheet. Okay, I'll paste it over here. Small data I have captured it. Okay, there is another query. I'll handle that. Okay, now what we have to do is, for this I want to give some name. Okay, what I'll do, highlight that whole lot of data. Okay, and go to, there is something called as a formula menu. Okay, in the formula menu you have something called as a define name. I repeat. Okay, click on, select the data, go to formula, say define name. Okay, by default something will come. Okay, I'll say it is store, or relevant name has to be given. It should be single word. Okay, say for example, this I call it as items. I can say products. You give whatever you name you wanted to give, you can give that. I hope it is clear. Yeah, Purnima, is it understood? Kruti, how to add item? What is that? I not understood your question, sorry. Can you switch on your mic and say something? It will be more clear. Yeah, Kruti out there, you are. What is there, Kruti? I not understood your question. How to add items in the sense new items? In the same data or yeah, Kruti. Okay. Yeah, before she comes, until then I'll still work on this. Okay. Now I'll again copy this. We go for one more query here. I wanted to find out total sales of region. Total sales of region. Say I'll start with West. Total sales of region of the West. Okay, how will you do that? So we have D sum. Have something called as a D sum. What is the name of the data? Store, right? Yeah, I have a data called as a store. Okay, I wanted what? What is the sales of the total sales of the West region? Okay, so I'll give the name of the field total comma query is here. Okay. I given the query over here. Okay, I'll press enter. So it has given me the total sales of West region. Okay, now maybe you're going to change it as central. Is it changing? Did I do the spelling mistake? I need to check. We check it as West. Number is not changing. That means somewhere I had done a mistake. Oh, I started with the West only. East. Number is not changing. Let me see. Okay. Total is fine. O15 to OP17. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah. I just look at the formula once again. I hope you are understanding. Make a note wherever it is required. You can add from the east. Say maybe I'll use one representative word. So it should change it. Some store, comma, double quotes, total, double quotes, yeah. Any queries? Just look at the formula. Please make a note of it so that we can continue further. Yeah, please. Type 1, if it is understood, the first part of the discussion. We can say type 0 if it is need to be repeated, please. Please give a response so that we can work on that. Yeah, Kruti is understood. Purnima understood. Okay. Yeah, somebody can tell me if it is not understood. Please don't feel free to discuss so that we can have a wonderful result out of it. Yeah, Prashant is back. Manoj is back. Okay. Manoj with red color. Okay. Okay, fine. Shall I continue? Shall I continue? Now. Yes, thank you, Nikhil, and everybody. Those who have given the feedback. Thank you very much. Okay. I'll have one more thing like now. Here, how can I remember these all people? Is a big question mark. How can I remember? Who is there at representatives are there? How I'll get all the regions out of it? Which all items are there in my store? I cannot remember every time the spelling part of it. Okay, I may say while writing pencil, what I'll do is I'll do like this. I written pencil, right? Yes, no. Did I written pencil? No, spelling mistake. Okay, so if I do such kind of mistake, I'm not going to get an answer properly. Okay, I should be very careful about it. Look at it again. I had a mistake. If I give a proper spelling, then only it will going to come. Okay, so how will I overcome this particular problem? I should give a proper inputs, otherwise it will not going to work. Okay, so to do that particular jugglery, I'm going to have few more inputs to that. Okay, few more input will be there. Okay, which will take it probably after this particular break. Okay, there is hardly 1 minute is left. Okay, we'll take a break. After the break, we are going to discuss about how I can create a pop-up menu for each and every query so that the life of a manager is going to be made simple. I'll give a query, pop-up query below these. Okay, so that as I select that, it will going to take it very easily. I'm going to get a query out of it. So I'm going to write a small query over here. Okay, so it should come like a pop-up down. Okay, these many number of representatives are there. These are number of regions are there. These are number of items are available. Okay, these are the only dates. Okay, if I can do that, accordingly, I'm going to get totals or summation or count. All that I'm going to get it. Okay, so let us make life more easier. Okay, you're going to map it. Your team will go to utilize that. You're going to do the consultancy for some company, some organization. They will going to use it better way. Okay, this is what exactly we are going to do it. We are slowly going to the last part of the discussion from the tomorrow. I'm just going to consolidate these all things and we are going to make it as the wonderful part of or the last part of the discussion that is going to be dashboard tomorrow. Okay, I'm very sure you are going to be very excited to know that from tomorrow how exactly the things are going to happen. Okay, those are continuously coming with the discussion. 20-25 people are coming out there. Okay, I'm very sure you are going to have a wonderful life of a DB manager. Okay, it is called as a BA, business analytics. Okay, maybe it's the very first time you are